Hi, Lincoln Fillmore coming to you today from the state capitol, where it's been a busy week. We heard one very contentious bill, and by contentious I just mean very strong opinions on both sides. And this was House Bill 267, which I think is called Labor Union Amendments. It's from Representative Tusher, who's from South Jordan. Um, he's a constituent of mine, although he's not my representative. But I know he's the representative of some of you watching the video. And I'd be curious to get your take on it. Jordan's initial approach was to prohibit collective bargaining for government employees. And I think the stated reason that he and the Senate sponsor gave for that is that when it comes to collective bargaining, there's just a difference in doing that in the private sector, where there's always the sustainability of the business, the profitability of the business. Labor unions know going in that if they ask for too much, they might hurt the business and end up with nothing. And that profitability, the ongoing concern sort of issue is not a concern in the government. There's a lot of history behind that argument, even when the National Labor Relations Board was started and during the Roosevelt administration. Franklin Roosevelt said that unions don't belong lobbying the government in collective bargaining, even though he was a big supporter of them in the private sector. And over time, public sector unions have developed. So that was what the bill was originally about, and I got a lot of email from a lot of my constituents who are public employees that I really value: teachers and firefighters and 911 operators and people who work for the Water Improvement District. So I appreciated hearing that and hearing your perspective on how that bill might impact you. Today, that bill was changed significantly to protect collective bargaining for public employees and instead empower public employees with the ability to hold that collective bargaining, but also hold their union accountable for doing it well by having a certification vote, so that the employees every 5 years would have the opportunity to restate, yes, we want this union to represent us in collective bargaining. So that bill is available. It's online. I still think the bill is imperfect. In fact, it has some language in there that if this came forward today, I'd vote against the bill. But I'm curious, we might be able to fix those kinds of issues, but curious about your take on the overall policy. I certainly have heard from a lot of you that are government employees, and I encourage you to keep emailing me as well, particularly about this new version, but also those of you who aren't. I represent all of the taxpayers and the citizens of the district, those that work for the government, and of course those that don't. So I'd be interested to hear everyone's perspective and invite you to contact me. My email address and my phone number are on the screen, and I would look forward to hearing from you. Thanks a lot.